Hello, peoples of the internet. My name is Lee. Welcome if you're new, welcome back if you're not, and I have Caitlyn here again.
Hey.
So today we're going to be recommending each other books because she reads horror, I read everything else besides horror. So, I have some stacks. I have a stack over here, and she has books on my computer. So, do you want to go first?
You can go. You just give me books.
Alright, so the first books I'm going to recommend are the Shadowhunters books because in fifth grade, right? Fourth grade. Oh my god. She read City of Bones and City of Ashes, so I would recommend the sequel, City of Glass, and the prequel novels, Clockwork Angel. This book takes place in like the 1800s, and it follows some other people and some other demons, and it's very good. And this is a continuation of the series you started, and this one is so freaking good. It's so good. It's so good.
I was really obsessed with the first two books. So yeah, I had them all over my sketchbook, and I wrote them in Sharpie.
Yes, you should definitely continue. And then this one is really good too. And the main character, Tessa Gray, is pretty.
I will do that.
Pretty cute. All right, your turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna recommend my favorite book of all time to you. The Dead Girls of Hysteria Hall.
The book will be on the screen somewhere.
Yeah, it's such a good book, and it's so what it's about. I'll give you like a thing. So I'm not gonna spoil any big plot.
Yeah, don't.
But this girl, her great aunt or grandma, I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's her great aunt. I read it last year and I loved it, and I also read it again this year because it's again my favorite book. I raised my hand when the teacher came in and I was like, I want that book again. So what happens is basically so I'll give you a little detail about her life. She has a boyfriend, okay?
Oh god.
And she has a best friend. Okay. Which it doesn't really end well, like if you ask me, but you have to read it. I really wish there was a second book. I'm gonna beg the author for a second book because it was really good. I'll wait forever for it. So basically what happens is her great aunt or someone related to her like that dies. And so she inherits this basically a mental asylum for women.
Oh yay.
And a bunch of women have died in it, but it's like a mansion. It's basically big like a mansion. And it's just a whole thing, and I can't say anything without spoiling it, and I really wish I could.
That sounds really interesting. I'm gonna put that on my list. It's very big.
And second book I read in the fifth grade, it's One for Sorrow. I can't really tell you that much without spoiling it. One for Sorrow. It's basically about this girl, and she's dead, obviously, from the book. But I don't want to spoil anything, so you'd have to like read it. It's like really interesting, and it's about like she's literally dead.
Okay.
And she causes a lot of problems.
Alright, so the next one I'm going to recommend you is The Strangers by Margaret Peterson Haddix. And this is about these kids. So, on the news one day, they see these 3 kids who have the same name, same age, and the same like parent names or whatever, and the same basically people as these kids. And then their mother goes away on a trip, but they find out some strange things that are happening and that she did not go away for work. And so, and there's these different, like, realms, these different, like, dimensions, and it's so weird, and it's so cool, and,
I'm trying to find another.
And I think you would really enjoy it, to be honest. And the 3 other kids have been kidnapped, by the way. And so these kids want to save them, but also want to know what the hell is happening. So.
Okay.
Oh, I own that one.
You have? Didn't you read it?
No, I didn't, because God forbid I read a book.
I remember we bought it.
Tell them what it is.
Okay, we both bought this book when we were about in the 4th grade at the book fair, and I read it right away. It was one of my favorite books, and I thought it was amazing, and I thought you read it. So the book is The Secret Grave by Louis Ruby. And so it's about this girl who I can't remember her name because, again, I read it in the 4th grade. Yeah. But it goes on to, she finds this friend in the woods beside her new house, which I'm pretty sure is an old church. which is her house, which never ends up to be good. But behind her house is basically this, like, a big woods, and then there's a creek, which obviously is going to cause problems, and then there's graves. But she meets this little girl, and before she goes to school, and she's, like, friends with her, and this setting is in the summer, and this little girl starts a lot of problems and a lot of things, and you'd have to read it to completely understand.
I know I was very interested.
And if I give anything else out, then I'm gonna spoil it.
All right, I'll have to read it. Maybe I'll do a reading vlog reading the books you recommended me.
Yeah.
The next book I'm recommending you is Truly Devious by Maria Johnson. This is very gay. It's about this. So it's told on 2 timelines. It's told like the 1930s when this place called Ellingham Academy was first opened. And in the 1930s, Ellingham, the person who created it, his wife and child, go missing, and they get kidnapped. No one ever solved the case, but back in present day, Stevie Bell has a very strange fascination with this case. And so she goes to the school, and she tries to solve it, and then Truly Devious, who's the murderer, comes back. And here's a riddle that he does. Look, a riddle, time for fun. Should we use a rope or a gun? Knives are sharp and gleam so pretty. Poison slow, which is a pity. Fire is festive, drowning slow. Hanging's a rope, way to go. A broken head, a nasty fall. A car colliding with a wall. Phones make a very jolly noise. Such ways to punish naughty boys. What shall we use? We can't decide. Just like you cannot run or hide. Ha ha, Truly Devious.
I think I like that.
And there's another one too somewhere. And then a truly devious. Oh, I actually own that one too.
I love that book.
and another riddle comes, and Stevie is just like, what the hell? And it's really cool, and it's really gay.
Okay, so the next book is Wait Till Helen Comes, and obviously I assume you haven't read it.
No, my friend got it for me for Christmas.
Okay, so it's a really good book. I read it in the 3rd grade.
I started reading it. That makes any sense.
Yeah, but so basically it goes on, and it's this girl and her brother. Her and her brother are like really important, but the girl is the main character.
Yeah.
So I have like this one scene in my head, but again, I read it in the 3rd grade. I don't remember it the best, but I don't want to spoil anything for you. So I'll just say this girl, Wait Till Helen Comes. Mary Dunning Hahn, my favorite author. She, I read, like, literally almost all of her books. Basically what happens is Helen causes a lot more problems, and she's a big harm.
Oh, God.
She's a big harm, bless
I always
you.
sneeze. Thank you.
Like, she's, like, a really big harm, and I can't
tell me much
give
more.
you too much.
I'll have to read that. It's very short.
It's very short. All the books by Mary Dunning Hahn are really short, but they're really good.
The next one is probably the only non-mystery horror or thriller on this list, and that is You Should See Me in a Crown by Leah Johnson. This is about a girl named Liz who gets this scholarship to this school, but then the financial aid she needs to go to college falls through, and she needs to that's a creepy cover. And she decides to run for prom queen because prom king and queen get a scholarship to whatever school they want. And so
cool. She
decides to run for prom queen. That's not really her thing. And it's a really messed up school. Like, you can't be gay. That gets you way down the list. And it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
And
like
so she meets this girl named Mac who's also running from prom queen. And she might have some feelings for her. And it might stir up some problems and some cute scenes about kissing.
Okay, so my book is
another one.
Mary Dunning Hahn, Deep and Dark and Dangerous. So basically, let me give you a thing. This girl's grandparents, I think, either died or moved. So they moved to the house, and it has like a little lake pond kind of thing. And basically, someone drowned it in it.
Oh,
someone
drowned it? Drowned is a word.
Is that
drowned?
Drowned? I don't know. But it's a really good book, and the girl comes back, starts problems, and obviously they have to right the wrong, and basically.
I remember that book from 5th grade.
Did you read it?
No.
Then that's gonna be the next book, because that's also a book
the next one is the only horror on this list, and that is City of Ghosts by Victoria Schwab. This is about a girl named Cassidy Blake who has a near-death experience. She basically dies, and then this ghost picks her up out of a lake, and it's like, hi, I just saved your life, or whatever. And so since that day, they've been best friends. Jacob's amazing. I love him. And she can pull back this veil between the human world and the ghost world.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah, and she can go into the ghost world. Now, her parents are like ghost hunters and stuff, and they get this TV deal that they can film a TV show in the most haunted city in the world. And obviously that's not very good for Cassidy because these ghosts want her to pull back the veil and step into the ghost world forever. And then there's this ghost that wants her soul so that she can live again. She's very evil.
Oh, that's like a thing where it's like,
yeah.
I died, I didn't have a good experience, and I want a chance again.
Yeah,
that's really sad.
Except she's evil. I think she's a murderer, maybe. I'm not sure.
Oh.
I don't remember.
Okay, so the next is by the same author, Mary Denning-Hahn. Again, my favorite author. The Girl in the Locked Room. Okay, so let me tell you the backstory about the Girl in the Locked Room and not the main character. So it switches between timelines, kind of.
Oh, I like
and
that.
so basically what happens, it happened to this girl is... It happens in the first chapter, so it explains it throughout the story, so I'll just tell you. So basically what happened to this poor girl is, I'll tell you a lot of details. So basically it's an old house, okay? And these people come, and the dad they're like bad people, they're like dangerous. But like these people come, and the dad's like, go upstairs, like go hide. And the dad and the mom end up getting, like, killed.
Oh, God.
And so her mom was like, hide in here, do not come out for anybody. And then she locks the door. It's the only thing, like she locks the door, they can't come in. And then there's, like, this closet, so she hides in the closet. And what happens is they leave, but then sooner or later, like, actually good people will come, like, medics and everything. And they're knocking on the door and like, hey, is anyone in here? Let us in, and she's like so scared, and she gets so skinny, and she dies from hunger and everything. And then this other girl moves into the house. Her dad does, like, his job is like to refinish houses, like do them, and since this house is super old, they're gonna do it. And she doesn't like this house, and she finds it really sad, but they her and her friend end up bringing her back to another timeline, but there's a bunch of back to her timeline to redo the wrong.
Oh, that's cool.
And there's a bunch of things interweaved in it, and I love it so much.
That's really cool. My next one is All Your Twisted Secrets by Diana Irvin. Y'all know I love this book so much.
I'll read it, definitely.
Yeah, if you watch her other videos.
I could just 100% guess.
I'll link that up here if you haven't watched it yet, but it was a really fun video. And so in this book, we follow these 6 teens who get locked in this room and with a syringe and a bomb. And they have to kill one of the kids or they all die at the end of 1 hour. And it flips between, I think, 1 month.
Drug kid.
Yeah, he's addicted to drugs or whatever. And so this told 2 timelines, obviously present day when they're locked in this room, and then 1 year and 9 months ago, I think. And it's following Amber, and you find out all these secrets about these kids, and as you're finding out the secrets, they're revealed to you in the past chapter, and you get to see the aftermath of what the kids react to it. It's so good. She sucks, but it's so good. She sucks.
I know.
She sucks. Here you go.
Thank you. Okay, so the next book is one of the first Mary Denning-Hahn books I read, 5th grade. The Old Willis Place. Have you read this one?
No.
Rowan recommended it to me.
Of course she did.
Like, yeah, she read it, and then I was like, oh, that's a cool book, and then...
Oh my god, remember that one?
Have you read it?
No!
Then that's your next one I'm gonna recommend. I love this author. Okay.
Anyway.
Mary Denning-Hahn, the Old Willis Place. So these people, I don't really remember what they're doing there, but there's, this girl here, she's obviously alive, and this brother and, sister are... I'm pretty sure they're dead.
Oh, God.
I am pretty sure they are dead, and they don't even know they're dead.
Oh, interesting.
And so this girl comes on, and she, like, kind of discovers them. They're like, oh, we can't go in the house. You go in the house, you go on the property, you die. Oh. Like, it's like something is in the house, and it's really bad. And it's just a really overall story that's really cool. And they don't even know they're dead, and it was just so interesting.
Do a vlog.
That's them.
I should do a vlog reading all these books.
Okay, here.
Okay, the next book I'm recommending, in the last book I'm recommending, is Small Spaces by Catherine Arden. she wants to, if you watch the other video, then she was really freaked out. But
Yeah.
this is about so these kids are coming home or going back to school from a field trip, and suddenly there's this giant fog, and they stop the bus, and these 3 kids just get out because they think something bad's gonna happen. They run in the woods, and when they come back, they find out that all the kids are gone. They're just gone, and they're in this another dimension where the skeleton guy like rules everything or whatever, and he has stuffed their classmates into like scarecrows. And these kids have to get their classmates back without getting turned into scarecrows, and they have to go find the other dimension and get back to their real world. And it is so good. And the 3rd one's coming out in summer. I'm excited. The 2nd one is even scarier, and it's about ghosts and stuff.
Okay, so I am gonna recommend 2 more books for you.
2 more? Okay.
Because they're like, I love them. I just read this. It's Mary Dining Hall Took. So basically, it's about these rich kids from Rhode Island, but they have to move because something happened, and so they have to move. And they move completely apart to like the country. And so they move to this really old house and they go to school, and they're like, oh, you live in that house? And then like there's a bunch of ghost stories about the house. And basically what happens is every 50 years a girl goes missing, and he has a little sister.
Oh,
and
God.
They're like spoiled kids, so the sister is crying. She doesn't want to be there. They don't want to be there. They want to be back in Rhode Island, in Cape Cod, or I think it's Cape Cod, not Rhode Island, but the like rich part of Cape Cod. Like they have their own yacht or something.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So like, and so she gets this doll, and from there on, trouble starts, and his sister goes missing. A little spell gets put on the sister, and it's a whole thing. And then they save another girl from 50 years ago, and it's a whole thing. And so the other book I have is Mary Downing Hall.
Oh my God. These are like all by Mary Downing Hall.
The Ghost of Crutchfield Hall. I read this in 4th or 5th grade, and it's basically about this girl who, I don't know exactly why, but she's going to her great aunt or grandparents, and she figures out that she has this cousin. He's deformed, he's slow in the head, and he's one of those kids, and he's special needs. So, and it's kind of a while ago, like, kind of old setting, and she figures out the story of his sister who was playing with him, but his sister hated him. He hated how he was given attention and how he was like special. So one day they were on the roof, and she tried to push him
off. Oh God.
But instead she died, and she fell and basically cracked her head open on something. I'm pretty sure it was a gravestone. And she died, and she and now the ghost of the cousin tries to convince the main character to kill her brother. And the main character is conflicted on if she's doing the right thing or if she's not doing the right thing and what to do.
Interesting.
Basically any book by Mary Downing Hall.
Yes. Moral of this video is read Mary Downing Hall.
She's a great author. I actually want to.
Yeah. If you like middle grade horror, then yeah.
I really liked the teacher.
So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. What emoji should they put in the comments? They put the dancing one last time.
The smiling devil emoji, the purple one.
The smiling purple devil emoji. Caitlyn says to put it in the comments.
To signify my love for horror books.
Yes. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on my next one. You say bye.
Bye.